What are some stereotypes or even traditions about your gender that you would like to throw out of the window? Can you think of anything, Allison?
The first thing that comes to mind is that not all women have the motherly instinct or whatever, like that caregiver. Like, I don't have that. I've never had that. And that's definitely one that it's like, get rid of it because we don't all have it.
That was actually mentioned on this Reddit thread that I was looking at. It says, having kids. I wish all young girls could grow up learning and realizing that they're allowed to have a choice in the matter. And it's okay to have kids just as much as it's okay to not have kids.
Yeah, and I'm glad that somebody brought that up. But I'm even talking beyond having children. I just feel like even from like a young time, it's kind of expected like, oh, you're a girl. You should be good at things like babysitting or, you know, stuff like that.
Shannon just said, can we let go of the whole stereotype that women can't drive? I consider myself a very safe driver and more cautious than many males that I have ridden with. PSA to everyone, don't tailgate. You need space between you and the vehicle in front of you.
Shannon, I do agree with you. I think I'm a bad driver because I'm an aggressive driver, and I think more times that is a male trait. I think there's more men who drive aggressively than there are women. I just happen to be one of the women who drives very aggressive. Like, I drive mean. I drive like a dude.
Yeah, you drive.
Not good.
You're a manly driver.
I am.
By the way, very feminine
Yeah,
driver.
but you drive like a grandma. It's kind of cute,
safe.
I guess.
It's safe. It's considerate of others on the road.
I feel
perhaps.
like you need to borrow my grandma cardigan whenever you drive.
Some other stereotypes or traditions that need to be let go for women. This is women specifically, but I think there are these for dudes too, 100%. It says that I would like to eliminate the not like other girls phrase entirely. You know, like when one woman will say, I'm not like other girls.
Yes.
Well, what are other girls like, Jennifer?
Exactly. No, I would agree with that. That is falling into the trap of pitting yourself against other women, and it's very hard not to. Shunda just texted in. She wants to get rid of the stereotype that women are too emotional. I say we just need to rebrand that stereotype because I don't think it's that, you know, like, oh, women are too emotional. I think women are good at knowing and expressing all of their range of emotions. I think men need to learn and deal with their emotions without just getting angry because angry isn't a real thing. You felt something that made you get angry and you're avoiding feeling that feeling. So maybe just learn to feel your feelings.
So Reddit users were saying women traditions that need to be thrown out the window. Just any tradition associated with your gender. Because if you're a dude and you're like, you know what? I really don't like how there's a tradition that men need to drive big trucks to be manly. I don't want to drive a big truck. I like driving a Camry. Myself.
Says you. Yeah.
Says me. We were talking about gender stereotypes or traditions that kind of need to go away. The list I found was all about female traditions, but I think it goes both ways. I'm sure there are male traditions that not all dudes are cool with.
I would say, like, if I was a guy, I would not be cool with it's like, oh, it's up to me to pay for every day. I wouldn't be cool with that.
That's actually on the girl list, too. Expecting guys to pay for food and other things. We will never get closer to being equals if that is still an expectation.
Right. And I feel like if you pay for something with money because of how we're trained to think about money and how it buys you things, if you buy something with money, are you going to expect something after the date? You better not.
Yeah, but then we had that story either last week or 2 weeks ago about the woman who said she's paying way more money for her appearance for a date, so that counts as splitting the bill, basically.
Crazy.
I thought so, too. This one said that we're born to compete in a man's world. Nope, we're born for our own purposes. A man is just adjunct to that life. I don't even know what that means. Could you explain it to me?
I think that, you know, she's saying there is a perception in the world that it's like, oh, it's a man's world. You've got to find your way through it. And she's like, but if we just delete that stereotype, then it's like we're all just competing for ourselves. We're all just trying to make ourselves better.
One more female tradition that needs to go away, according to Reddit, is mothers being overly critical of their daughter's appearance.
I mean, I would say like to anyone, and honestly, you know what it is more, and like what I've heard studies is moms, be careful, especially in front of your daughters, if you're like looking in the mirror or commenting on your own appearance, because they will hear that and they will internalize that. Like if you're looking at your arms and you're like, I got these bingo wings or whatever, like she's gonna get self-conscious about her arms for real. So like, just be careful.
Interesting.